All right. A special good evening, everyone. Welcome to this class. It's such a delight to have each and every one of you here. This is day number 3, week 10. Day number 3, week 10 of our journey together. And it's definitely a delight to have each and every one of you here. We are currently on the theme of pie charts, and we are doing a wonderful job dealing with these pie charts. And so we did some things yesterday and even the day before that, really getting a nice introduction of pie charts. How y'all feeling about pie charts? How do you feel about this theme? You like it? No?
Not as hard as
That's
I
a
thought.
nice.
Say it again. I can't hear y'all. It's what?
It's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, okay. So I guess it's easy. All right.
It ain't easy. It just
It's
it's not as hard as I thought it was gonna be.
okay. So it's tolerable.
Right.
Okay, nothing wrong with that. That's my job to make maths tolerable. Okay, and if in the process I make it fun, hey, listen, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but we want to make maths tolerable. So let's begin with this first example. Shaya has consented to do the first example. So take it away, Shaya.
Okay. So, for example number 1, it says there are 72 crayons in the box, and we have to calculate the number of yellow crayons in the box. So to do that, since we know that yellow is 150 degrees, you put that over 360 because that is how much all the lines in a circle should add up to. And then you can cancel out the 2 zeros in that. And if you know your 36 times tables, which I doubt anybody does, but process of elimination, you
Yeah.
could probably cancel out those 2. But to do it like the traditional way, you do 72 times 15, which is 1080, and then 36 times 1 is 36. And then you divide 1080 by 36. So, and then you get 30. And then you moving on to to B. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
B is asking you for the number of red crayons in the box. So since red is a right angle, we know that that measures 90 degrees. So you do 90 over 360, cross out the zeros, 9 over 36 times 72. 72 times 9 is 648. 36 times 1 is 36. And when you divide 648 by 36, it equals 18. Boom. So for C,
Okay.
they want the number of blue crayons. So since blue is 40 degrees, we do 40 over 360 times 72 over 1. Cross out the zeros on the 40 and the 36, so you get 4 over 36 times 72 over 1, which is 288 divided by 36, which gives you 8. Then for D, they're asking you to do the number of green crayons. So you do 72, take away the sum of all 3 of the totals that you already got. So 72, take away 30 plus 18 plus 8, which gives you 72 minus 56, which equals 16.
Okay.
And then to check it at the end, you could add all of the sums that you got up and see if it equals 72.
Very good. Excellent explanation. Thank you, Shaya. A great job. Next, we are going to have Lanaya. She has consented to do example number 2. Take it away, Lanaya.
Oh, my thing, I'm moving slow, so the screen it didn't. Oh, okay, never mind. Wow. So example 2 says there are 36 crayons in the box. Calculate the number of lavender crayons in the box. So the first thing you have to do, the angle of lavender is 160 degrees. So you put 160 over 360 times 36 over 1. You use 36 because that's the number of crayons in the box. And that you cross out the zeros, and then that equals to 16 over 36 times 36 over 1.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am. We can't hear you no more, Alanaya. Anaya, we can't hear you no more. Your mic is on, but it's like can't hear you. And she's doing such a good job. I really wish I could have still hear her. Okay.
Miss Vijay, you can hear me? So my
I can hear you.
internet cut out.
I can hear you now. Okay. All right. Start from B.
Okay, so B says the number of pink crayons in the box. So
Mm-hmm.
the angle of pink is 90 because of the right angle in the corner. And you put that over 360 times 36 over 1.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because 36 is the number of crayons in the box. And that you cross
Mm-hmm.
out the zeros, and then that equals to 9 over 36 times 36 over 1. And
Good.
that 9 times 36 gives you 324, and 36 times 1 gives you 36. 324 divided by 36 gives you 9.
Excellent.
And that's how many lavender pink crayons inside the box. And so C says the number of violet crayons in the box. So the angle for violet is 30. So you put 30 over 360 times 36 over 1. You cancel out the zeros, and that gives you 3 over 36 and 36 over 1. 3 times 36 equals to 108, and 36 times 1 equals 36. 108 divided by 36 equals to 3.
Great.
And D says the number of gray crayons in the box. So for this one, all you have to do is add up the answers you got from A, B, and C,
Mm-hmm.
and subtract that from the number of crayons in the box. So
Yes.
that would be 36 subtracted from 16 plus 9 plus 3, which 16 plus 9 plus 3 gives you 28. So then you would subtract 36 from, you would subtract 28 from 36, and that gives you 8.
Excellent. Very good. Very good explanation. Thank you, Anaya. Now we're gonna go to the examples that we had. Not the examples, the exercise that we have. I'm gonna ask Caleb, can you explain example number 1? Exercise number 1, rather, please.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you say exercise number 1.
Yes, sir.
Oh, there are 108 crayons in the box. Calculate the number of green crayons in the box. So, to get the number of green crayons, I'm going to do 120 over 360 because it's a complete rotation.
Yes.
You put it and then you multiply it by 108 over 1 because 108 is the amount of crayons in the box.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to cross out the 0 on the 120 and the 360,
Mm-hmm.
which leaves you with 12 times 108
Mm-hmm.
and 36 times 1.
Mm-hmm.
After that, you multiply 12 and 108.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you 1,296.
And when you divide it by 36,
Yes, sir.
what you get?
Which leaves us with 36.
Very good.
And then for B, you wanna do, it says the number of brown crayons in the box. The color brown is a 90-degree
Angle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so you want to do 1D over 360 again because it's a complete rotation. And then multiply it by the number of crayons in the box, which is 108 over 1. And you cross out the 0 from 90 and this 360, which leaves you with 9 over 36 times 108 over 1, which is 972, and then divided by 36, which gives you the 27.
Okay. That's 27. Thank you. And then for C.
C, it says number of red crayons. We do 20 over 360 because there's the number of red crayons is 20 degrees. And we multiply it by 108 over 1 because that's the number of crayons in the box.
Mhm.
You want to cancel the 0 from the 20 and the 360, which leaves you with 2 over 36 times 108 over 1.
Yes.
After you multiply 108 times 2, that gives you 216.
Okay.
And then you divide it by 36, which leaves you with 6.
Okay, good. Which gives us 6.
And then
Mhm.
and then for the number of black crayons, so define the number of black crayons. If this subtract the total amount of crayons in the box, which is 108,
Mhm.
by your previous answers from A, B, and C, which is 36, 27, and 6, we're not subtracted by the sum of those numbers, which is 69. And 108 subtracted by 69 is 39.
Very good. Thank you. Alejandra, can you explain exercise number 2?
There are 144 crayons in the box. Calculate A, the number of green crayons in the box. So it would be 130 over 360 times 144 over 1. That would give you, you would cancel out the zeros.
Mhm.
And then, so your answer would be 52.
Yes.
B, the number of brown crayons in the box, 90 over 360 times 144 over 1. That would be 36.
Mhm.
C, the number of red crayons, 30 over 360 times 144 over 1, that equals 12.
Uh-huh.
D, the number of black crayons, so black equals 144 minus 36 plus 52 plus 12, which is 144 minus 100, and your answer is 44.
Very good. Thank you, Alejandro. Then we have Malaya. Malaya, are you there? Malaya Smith. Malaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you able to speak now? Or your background too noisy?
I have a lot going on, so I can't really speak at the moment.
Okay, no problem. Rakia. Rakia,
sir.
can you explain exercise 3, please?
Currently my mother is on the phone and she's talking kind of loud.
Okay. I can't hear her though.
I'll explain it then.
Yeah.
Okay. There are 216 crayons in the box. Calculate the number of green crayons in the box. First, you take 140 over 360. You cross out the 2 zeros and then you times that by 216. which would equal to 14 times 216 equals 84 over 36. Yeah, 84. And then B, the number of brown crayons in the box, it would be 90 over 360 times 216 over 1. You cross out the 2 zeros, and then would be 9 times 216, which will equal to 54.
Okay.
And then C, the number of red crayons, which would be 40 over 30 times 216 over 1.
Mm-hmm.
Cross out the 2 zeros, 4 times 216 equals 24. The number of black crayons, you take the numbers that you got for the past 3 ones, you would add all them up and you subtract it by 216, which would be 216 minus 162 equals 54.
Excellent. Thank you, Rakia. Very good explanation now. We should call on you more often. Speak with authority. That's good. Okay, now we are on to what we have set for today. And so let's begin. So today we are still on the same theme, pie charts. Excuse me, just that we're gonna have a little spin on it. So this is health science and general science. And all of these good stuff. Today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's no Wednesday. Wednesday, not Thursday yet. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of March, 2023. Our subject is mathematics. Remember that today is Monday, so that, today is Wednesday, so that means that we will be doing mathematics and English today. And the subject, sorry, and the theme rather, is pie charts. The theme is pie charts. Let's get into it. So we're going to begin by drawing our pie chart. And we're going to have the questions on the other side. Okay, so with this one, this one's going to be interesting because, first of all, the way that we set it up is going to be different. Okay, so our regular spacing is not going to be the same. So we have these line segments inside of it. One goes that way, straight in the middle. The other one goes like this. The other one goes like this. And the other one, let's say it goes like this. Right. Okay, let's make this, let's comment some more. Okay, let's see if we get it right. No, I think this need to go in some more. A bit. Okay, good. All right. And this one could use some more in. Okay, good. For this one, let's say that, let me extend this further, by the way. So for this one, we want to, let's call this one blue. Let's call this one black. Let's call this one white. Let's call this one green. All right, good. Then we have this guy, which is going to be 15%. Green is going to be 30%. And then white is going to be 20%. Good. All right, so the idea here is that we want to notice that the difference is that on the inside, we do not have like degrees, okay? That's the difference with this one. We don't have degrees. We have just, what shall I say? We have percentages. Yeah, we have percentages. So that's the difference right there. What do you do when you have percentages on the inside and not, you know, not the degrees, okay?
Do you put it over 100?
Maybe. Who knows?
Turn it into a fraction.
Turn in the fraction, okay.
The fraction, we put it over 100.
Who knows, Shaya?
That's my confident answer.
That's a confident. All right, I love the confidence. The pie chart below, well, yeah, the chart below illustrates the colors of the socks. Sorry, let me spell colors right. Colors of the socks being worn by 30 students. Question, how many students wear black socks?
15%.
How many students wear? How many students? How many? I mean, how many?
300, 360.
360? How many students wear green socks? How many students?
30% of them.
30. But how many?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. So
Okay. So that one we don't know, right? We don't, these are just percentages. These are not actually how much it is, but these are just percentages of the 30. Okay.
I think I know what we have to do.
You
I'm
think
sure.
you-
But to do this, and you have to find 15% of 30.
Ah, excellent. Very good.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay. So this one says, the first question says, what percentage of the students wear or wore blue socks? What percentage of the students wore blue socks? So the figure like how much of the students wore blue socks? Not how much, rather, what percentage of them wore blue socks? Any ideas on how we're gonna do that? What percentage of the students wore blue socks?
It's the same as finding what fraction it is. Because
You sure? What
no,
percentage? What percentage wore blue socks? Okay, how much wore black?
15%.
Okay, how much wore green?
30%.
30%.
How much wore white?
Oh,
20%.
Good.
add them up,
How much
subtract,
were? Okay, we're gonna
add
add them all up and
subtract it
subtract
from
from what?
100.
Why not 360?
Because that's not what it's asking you. It's
It's
asking
how
you
much in the
for the
circle.
percentage.
Percentage, and percentage is always out of what?
100.
100. Very good. So it's gonna be 100%, because this is not degrees, this is percentage, right? 100% minus what?
Good afternoon,
15
Mr. T. Is this the first
15.
slide?
Here's
plus
the first slide. 15% plus what?
30,
30% plus what?
20.
20%. Good. So you have to add all them up and then subtract it from what?
100.
100. Good. So let's add them up. So we have 15 plus 30 plus 20, right? And we're gonna add all them up. So 5 plus 0 is gonna be 5. 3 plus 2 is 5.
7.
Plus 1 is
3, 4, 5.
6, isn't it? 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Agree?
Yes.
Okay. So it's gonna be how much percent? 15 plus 30 plus 20 is gonna be how much percent?
65%.
65%. So we have 100% minus 65%. Good. And what is 100% minus 65%? That's gonna be what?
45.
So let's subtract it. So we have 100 minus 65. It's gonna be what? 0, well, we have the definitely bar, right? This is 10, cancel out, this is gonna be 9. And we have 10 minus 5 is still 5. 9 minus 6 is what? 6, 7, 8, 9.
4.
4 or 3? 3. So 100 minus 65 is 35%. Okay, so the percentage of students that wore blue socks is going to be 35%. So let me go over that. Remember, 15% wore black, 30% wore green, and 20% wore white. We're trying to figure out what percentage is gonna be for blue, right? Well, we know that the whole thing must add up to 100% because we're not dealing with degrees right now, we're dealing with percentages. And we know that because we are dealing with percentages, percentages are going to add up to 100, right? That's a whole. Okay, angles on the side of the circle, definitely going to add up to 360. But if we're talking about percentages, they're going to add up to 100. So be careful. You don't want to subtract. You don't want to be subtracting from 360 at this one because we're dealing with percentages. So we're going to do 100 minus 15% plus 30 plus 20. So 15 plus 30 plus 20 is going to give us 65. And 100 minus 65 is definitely 35. Okay. So the correct answer is 35. Any questions on now? Any questions? Yes, no, please talk to me.
Mr. Petit, you can explain to me what we doing?
All we trying to figure out is what the percentage of blue socks. We don't know how much percentage is for blue. Okay, we know they give us black, they give us green, they give us white, but we don't know how much for blue. So the way how we figure how much for blue is we're gonna add up 15% plus 30 plus 20, and then subtract that from 100, they give us 35. So now the amount for blue, the percentage for blue, the percent of students who wear blue socks is going to be 35. So if you add 35 plus 15 plus 30 plus 20, you should get 100. Okay. Does that make sense, or I should explain it again? Alexandria.
I mean, I still write it. I mean, I guess, yeah, that's straightforward.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. None deep about that. Now that you get that this is 35%, B is the next question. So I'm gonna put it inside the R diagram, even though I don't like to do that, because some people think that it was already there. This is not already there. We added this. We just put this. We just figured this out. So now we know that this is 35%. Okay. This wasn't always there. We just put it. We just figured that out. Okay. So don't think that that was always there. We just figured this out. Okay. Now the question asks, okay, now that you know what percentage of students wore blue socks, the next thing we're gonna ask is which color sock is the most popular? So which color sock is the most popular?
Blue?
What do you think?
Blue, because it up 35%.
Blue. Do we agree with blue?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Why blue?
Because that's the most stuff
Yes.
in all of them.
It has the most percentage. Okay. So it's gonna be the blue. It covers most of it. It's gonna be, the answer's gonna be blue. All right, C, math is easy. Don't make it hard. Now, for C. C says, how many students wore white socks? How many students wore white socks?
Is it the same process for the first one? Instead, we use blue. Take away from the 100.
No, we want how many students. We don't want the percentage. We want how many students. We already know what percentage for white.
To do that, okay.
Mhm.
To
So
do
we
that,
gotta
you have
put
to find
35. So we gotta put 20 over 100.
Wait, Alexandria. Shea had the floor. Go ahead, Shea.
is what percentage of 30 is 20? Like
Mhm.
no, what percent? Yeah, we have to find 20% of 30.
Why 30?
Because that's the total and you want to find like the percent out of the total.
That's correct. You want to add anything, Alexandria? What else are you just going to say?
Yeah, basically, Mr. Petit.
Okay, good. So 20% of what? The total amount of students, right? Which is what? 30?
30.
So you're trying to figure out 20% of 30, and we know how to do this.
So you do 20 times 30 over 1?
Yes, very good. Trying to figure 20% of 30. So it's going to be 20. Remember, of means to do what?
Multiply?
Multiply. Good. So it's going to be equal to, I should be writing in yellow since this is the answer. So let me do that. Keep my pattern going. So 30, 20% of 30. So it's going to be 20 over 100 because it's percentages, right? Multiplied by 30 over 1. All right, what's the first thing we're going to do at this point?
Cross
Take it across the 0.
Cancel the zeros. Very good. So we have this cancel out with this. Anything else we could cancel?
The 20, the 0 from the 20, and the 0 from the 10.
A 20 and a 10. So we left with what?
2 over 1 times 3 over 1.
Very good. 2 over 1 times 3 over 1, which is 2 times 3,
6.
which is 6. Yeah. Which is 6. Good. So the number of students who wore white socks is going to be 6. Now, how are we going to figure out the number of students who wore? Let's do black. Black is interesting.
We put 15 over 100 multiplied by. Wait, repeat what you say?
Black. Number of students who wore black socks.
Or we do the same thing we did for the white socks?
Yeah. So let's do that. So you want this is going to be what? D? No. Yeah, D. You want the number of students? I know how many students. Or how many students? Let me put this on this side. How many students wore black socks? That's D. Okay, how are we gonna figure this out? We're gonna do what?
15
15% of what?
over 100 times 35 over 100.
15% over 15 over 100 times what?
35.
35.
30.
How much students do
30
we
over
have?
1.
We have
30,
30 students. Yeah. 30 over 1. Okay. So 30 over 1 is gonna be equal to what? We could cancel it, right?
The 0 from the 3 and the 100.
So we left with 15 times 3. 15 over 10. Multiplied by 3 over 1. And then we do what? 15 times 3. What is 15 times 3?
45.
Good. 45, because we do 15 times 3, and 10 times 1. It's going to be 45 over 10. I don't look it. I don't feel right. This is a weird question.
Wait, Miss
Divide
Willie,
10 by 45.
Yeah, I know, but that's kind of weird. You know why, right?
Who's the half a student?
Because we have a
I know,
decimal.
right?
You can have a
Yeah,
decimal.
yeah. And how you get?
so
How could you get
I
a half a
guess
student?
maybe the person wore 1 foot that was black and the next one was white or something.
Okay, okay.
Half a person.
Half a person, eh? All right, so the answer is 4.5. Interesting.
Oh, I get it.
Weird. 4.5 students. Okay, this is because yeah, answer, if you're dealing with people, it's always going to be a whole number. But because this question part D, I made this one up. I added it to the question. It wasn't always there. Okay. So that's why it ended up being a decimal. All right, so the next question is how many persons wore green?
there's an E.
Yeah, there's an E. So how many students wore green? Okay, good. How are we gonna figure this out? How many students wore green socks? Remember, this is the last one. So how could we do this?
Wait, what?
How
You
many
got
students
add
were?
up. You got add up everything and subtract it by 30.
Very good. So we have 30 students in total, right? We know that we know that or do
15.
we? Wait, we know white. Well, we don't know all, you know. We don't know blue. We don't know blue. We only know white and black. So we can't do it like this. So we just have to do it the regular way.
So we're supposed to do green. Oh, I was about to say how, because we didn't do blue.
Yeah, we didn't do blue. So let's do it the regular way. So it's gonna be 30
over 100.
over 100, yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's right. 30 over 100 multiplied by what? 30 over 1. Which is going to be equal to what? We can cancel out the zeros.
That's 9, I think.
And then we can cancel the 0 at the top as well. And at the bottom, so we left with what? 3 over
3
1.
over 10 times 3 over 1.
No, it can't be 3 over
3
10
over
because we canceled the zeros. So 3 over 1 times 3 over 1.
Which would be 9.
Yeah, so it should be 9. Because 3 times 3 is 3.
9.
I mean 9, rather. And 1 times 1 is
1.
1. 9 over 1 is still 9. So 9 students wore green socks, 4.5 students wore black socks, and 6 students wore white socks. And 35% of them wore blue socks. Okay. Any questions on this? Any questions? Let me know. All right, Aaron, can you explain how we did this, please? Wait, before you do that, before you do that.
Blue, right?
No, we ain't do blue. We ain't do blue. We don't have enough space on the screen for that.
Okay.
Go ahead. Wait, before you do it, Akeza.
Yes, sir.
Were you here yesterday?
I was here, but my car turned off and it didn't turn on until later on.
Okay. So you
I
started,
might.
but you didn't finish.
No, I didn't finish.
That was what? Did you, can you send me any notes from yesterday? Because you didn't send me nothing from yesterday. All right,
I did.
Acacia,
Okay.
whatever you have from yesterday, send it.
Okay.
Do you understand what we did for today's lesson so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, who I was about to ask? I asked someone, but then I think it's Aaron. Yeah, Aaron, can you explain um this example, please? Aaron Major. Okay, I can't have from Aaron. Let's go Azaria. Can you explain this, Azaria? Where's Azaria? Azaria, are you there? Where's Azaria? Azaria? Azaria. I just saw. Probably left. Hudson. Hey again, Hudson.
Hello?
Hello, are you there? Hello, Hudson, are you there?
Hello?
Yes, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you explain this example number 1, please?
Yes, sir. The pie chart below illustrates the colors of socks being worn by 30 students. A. What percentage of students wore blue socks? The percentage of students who wore blue socks. To find that, you have to 100% minus 15% minus 30% minus 20%, which equals to 65.
Good,
Be 100 minus 65, which equals to 35.
good.
Which color sock is the most popular? It's blue because it has. Can you hear me?
I could hear you.
It's blue because it has the most percentage.
Good,
C. How many students wore white socks? To find that, you have to find um, 20% of 30 because 20% is the amount of white socks being worn and 30 is the amount of students.
okay.
So 20 over 100 times 30 over 1.
Hmm?
You have to cancel out the zeros from both of them, which will leave you with 2 over 1 times 3 over 1, which then equals to 6.
Good.
Um, how many students wore black socks? How many students wore black socks? 15% over 100 times, I'm sorry, 15 over 100 times
Yes.
over 1. You
Mm-hmm.
have to cancel out the zeros, which will leave you with 15 over 10 times 3 over 1.
Okay.
Um, which then, when you times 15 times 3, you'll have 45. And 10 times 1 is 10. And you divide the 45 by 10, which will leave you with 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
E. How many students wore green socks? 30 over 100 because 30% of people wore green socks. And
Yes.
um, 100% over 100. So then it'll be 30 over 100 times 30 over 1. You cancel out the zeros, which leaves you with 3 over 1 times 3 over 1.
Huh?
When you multiply the 3 times 3, you'll be left with 9, and 1 times 1 equals 1.
Mm-hmm.
9 divided by 1 is 9.
Very good. Excellent. Thank you. Tayin Hudson. All right, so that's example number 1. We have time for one more example, and then we can get into the exercises. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the easiest and 10 being the hardest, how would you rate this particular question?
Like a 6.
A 6?
Like,
Okay.
She read 6 most
A
of it. Yeah.
6? A 6? A 2.5?
I'm gonna come out and say like a 2.
A 2?
Simply
Okay.
because I know this already.
Ah, okay. Okay. She said a 2. I mean, it's super easy. The good thing I like about this question is, and I like how it feels for you all, is because we kind of done finding percentages of stuff. Like we did that a lot. We did it a lot when we was doing like ratios and like discounts, and we had to find percentages of this and that before we could even do anything. So this is basically an iteration of that. And so we sort of familiar with percentages already. So this shouldn't be a great extension of that idea. So that's good. That's a huge feat. Now let's move on to example number 2. So for example number 2, let's begin by drawing our diagram, our pie chart, rather. Give it a different color. That's pretty. And
baby blue.
yes. All right.
Good night. Or you
Good
can go
night.
back to the first example because I just reached and I ain't got the first example.
Okay, sure, I could go back.
Okay, thank you.
This is the first slide. Why were you late anyway?
Okay, I get it. And I had to get past when I was reading, so I had to
Okay.
wait till the rain stop.
Okay. Was it raining heavily? Because
It actually was pretty heavy.
wow, I thought this is good weather. It wasn't raining heavy. It hasn't rained heavy by us. I mean, even though the clouds are dark, so we haven't received that portion of it. Only the good breezy side. So, what school do you attend anyway?
CV.
CV Bethel. You attend CV Bethel?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was my old high school.
Yeah, it didn't get any better. I might as well tell you.
My school, man. I love my school. I loved my high school days. Even though it was stressful, especially grade 12. Oh my goodness. But, you know, they say those things make you stronger for it. And I'm telling you, I appreciate so much my high school days. Oh my goodness, I appreciate that so much. I needed high school. All right. Okay, let's go. It's pretty much basically the same thing. I'm trying to make it sort of even. Okay. I think this could be closing so much. There we go. All right, so let's change the colors a bit. That's the only thing we're gonna do, and the percentages. So let's say that this is gray, right? That this is orange, Let's say that this is yellow. And let's say that this is pink. All right. Let's say this is 20, can't 25%. Let's say this is 18%. Let's give yellow 10% and yellow pink. Let's say that this is 30%. And let's say that gray is the one that we're trying to figure out. And yeah, that's our question. Is Amaya here? Amaya, are you here, Amaya?
Yes, so.
Okay. I know I saw you ended with that, and then I saw you left. So I was like, is she still here?
My computer died.
Okay. So the pie chart below illustrates the colors of socks being worn by, let's say, 40 students this time. And I want the percentage, what percentage of, what's the percentage of gray socks? Okay. So can someone help me with gray? How are we gonna know the percentage of the percentage of gray socks? That's gonna be what?
100%.
Add them up.
Say it again.
Add them up. Subtract
Add.
100 and add all them the color.
Very good. So we have to percentage, sorry, my bad, percentage of students who wore gray socks. That's gonna be equal to, sorry, socks is spelled wrong. Who wore gray socks? That's gonna be equal to 100, right? 100 minus the sum of all those percentages. So that's gonna be 100 minus 10% plus 30% plus 18%. Okay, it's going to be equal to 100% minus, what's the sum of 10 plus 30 plus 18? Again, what's the
58.
sum? 58%, very good, 50%. And so we have 100 minus 50, which is what? $100 minus 58 is what? What is 100 minus 58? That's going to be what?
52?
52? Not 50.
No, sorry. Not 50. Sorry. 40.
42.
42.
Sorry.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. 42%. Okay. That's all I need. Good. So all we did was we know that the whole thing add up to 100%. Since we're doing percentages, it add up to 100%. If we are doing degrees, then obviously we'd have to use 360. But because it's they gave it us in percentage, we have to use the total is going to be 100. And then now that we have that, we have to subtract it from the rest. So we know that the rest of them is going to be 18, 30, and 10. So we need to figure out how much all of this is. Once we know how much all of that is, then we can subtract it from the total. And then we're going to be left with this. Okay, so that's good. So next thing is B. B says we want to figure out what is the most popular color. So which color socks?
Gray.
Which color sock is which color sock is the most popular is what? That's gonna be gray, right? Because gray is what, 42%? So it is
Yes.
definitely gray. Jennifer, that's you.
Yes, sir.
All right, how are you doing today?
I'm finding you.
Wonderful on this Wednesday.
That's good.
Yeah, good to have you in class today. Do you understand this topic?
Yes, sir.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy or medium hard?
Easy
How's it?
peasy, lemon squeezy.
All right, good stuff. So 42%. What y'all are currently doing in maths class? Jennifer.
Higher purchase.
What? So you should be doing pretty well on that.
Yes, sir.
You
I don't
sure?
think so.
You sure, Jennifer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You answering all the questions in class.
Yes, sir.
She said yes, sir. Okay,
Mr.
that's good. Go ahead.
We didn't do wages or no?
We haven't done wages and salary, no.
Okay.
No, we haven't done wages. What do you want us to do today?
I good.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why you good?
Because I already know how to do it.
Oh, you already know how to do it. Okay. That's what y'all on in school, like.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We were supposed to do wages and salary, but I said, not stuff like that is too easy for y'all. And so I don't know. When we
Not
even
for some people, but like
yeah, I know. But y'all are a good group. So that's why we haven't done that. And then we haven't done main, median, and mode for the same reason. I'm like,
not
that's
easy.
that's
Grade 7.
I'm like that's easy. Like Frank Pong and say that's easy. Right, Frank Pong?
And
Right,
he still don't know what he doing.
Frank Pong, that's easy, right? Easy. Frank Pong say that's easy, man. So yeah, that's the reason. Those stuff are easy. I think what we really need to do for sure is we need to do algebra. We have to do algebra. There's a lot
I
of
love algebra.
right. There's a lot we have to do like intense. It's like an intense like 2 weeks of just algebra. Like we have to do that before your exam.
I hate algebra.
Excuse me, Miss Bitsy.
Especially unlike.
Yes. Go ahead. Go ahead, Jennifer. Jennifer, you there? Mic check 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I wasn't the one who's asking the question.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you. All right. Okay, so how many students wore pink socks? Pink, how are we gonna figure that out? Hello? How many students wore pink socks? How are we gonna get that?
20 over 100 times 30 over 1.
20? Why using 20?
I mean,
It's
10.
10.
10.
10 100 times.
Yeah.
40 over 1.
Yeah, 10% of 40. So it's going to be 10 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 1. All right, we're going to cancel out both of these. It's going to be, we're also going to cancel out this guy right now. So it's going to be 1 over 1 multiplied by 4 over 1. And it's what? 1 times 4, which is what?
4.
4. And 1 times 1 is
1 and
1.
104.
And 4 over 1 is 4. So we also have to do, I just remembered, we have to do like a good week or 2 weeks of algebra, and then we have to do distance graphs, like travel graphs. We haven't done that this year. Like we have to do a lot of that. And then after travel graphs, we have to do fractions, like a lot of fractions. We have to do like adding them, multiplying them, dividing them, mixed numbers, stuff like that. And then y'all should be basically ready to go. All right. All right, then we have the next question, which is how many students wore black socks? So this one's gonna be how many students wore orange socks, right? All right. Okay, good. Alejandro, where's Alejandro?
Hi.
You're asking about constructions?
I was asking if you guys had already done a construction.
Have you done it in school yet?
Yes, sir.
That's good. You all constructed triangles yet? Or just bisecting and stuff?
Yes, sir. We did both.
That's good. What school do you attend again?
Queens College.
Queens College, okay. We haven't done construction, mainly because I don't know if you all have your geometry set, and it's difficult to do it on screen. We have done it, we haven't done it this year, but we have done it last year. So, but we have to do it again this year before your exams, because that's also a big topic as well. So 18% of 18% of what? Of 40, right?
40.
Over 1. Can we cancel? Yes. Cancel these two. So we're left with what? 18 times 4, right? So 18 over 10 multiplied by 4 over 1. Right, so okay, so let's do it. So 18 times 4 is going to be what?
72.
18 times 4 is 72.
72.
Yeah. Divided by 10 times 1, which is what?
Give you 10.
10. And what is 72 divided by 10? That's going to be what?
7.2.
7.2, good. Okay, so obviously this is not a real answer because you can't have 7.2 per person, but in the exam, it's going to be a whole number more than likely. So I'm just trying to show you the way how to do it. But I made this question up, so that's why we end up getting decimals. And E. E is going to ask us, okay, well, what's the percentage of yellow? So how many students is going to be E? So how many students wore yellow socks? Okay, how are we going to do this with the yellow? Sorry, I can't see that. How are we going to do it for the yellow? It's going to be what?
Would it be 30 over 100?
30 over 100. Multiplied by what?
40 over 1.
Divided by 40 over 1, yes. This is going to be equal to, well, we could cancel out these, right? What else can we cancel?
The 3 on the top, the 0 on the top, and the 0 on the bottom.
Very good. So we left with 3 times 4. 3 over 1 times 4 over 1.
Which would give you 12 over 1.
Okay, 3 over 1 times 4 over 1. Let's give us 12 over 1, which is what?
12.
Very good.
Well,
That's 12. Good. All right, and that's our answer for that. Any questions on how we ought to do this? Any questions? No?
But like you say it can have a whole number in the exam.
Yeah, because they're talking about people. So since we're talking about people, it can be whole numbers in the exam. But anything else, it's not going to be whole numbers. They give, since we're talking about students, right? It's going to be like whole numbers like 12 and 4 and 9 and 6, right? But if we're talking about anything else, like parts of a city or any other thing that doesn't need to be like a whole number, then it could be a decimal. But for this one, I made it up, so that's why we end up getting a decimal. Okay? Okay,
Oh, okay.
you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Like we can't have 7.2 of a person. I mean 7.2%, like that don't make no sense. Unless the person arm is cut off or legs are cut off. But we still wouldn't consider them half of a person. That's not polite. So you're not gonna have decimals for people. Okay. It's gonna be whole numbers.
Mr. Batik,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't understand.
Which part? Everything or just a certain part? I could barely hear you. Say it again.
Everything.
Everything? Okay. You came late.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why?
Because my parents reached home late.
Okay. So for this one, the first one, A, they asked us what percentage of students wore gray socks. Okay. So the idea is that these represents how much percentage of students wearing different socks, different kinds of socks. So 18% of students wore orange, 30% of students wore yellow, 10% wore pink. Now, before we didn't have 42. Like we didn't know that this was 42. This was blank. You understand that, Michaela?
Yes, sir.
Good. So they're asking us, if you know that this is 18, this is 30, this is 10, what's going to be this missing piece? Because we're trying to make it 100. Okay. So how are we going to do that, Michaela?
Add?
Yeah, add what? What are we going to add, Michaela?
Add 10.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Very good. We add 10, 30, and 18 and subtract them from what?
100.
Good, 100. Why we subtract from 100?
So that you'll be able to find the percentage for grade.
Yes, so we'll be able to find the percentage for grade. Good. And our answer end up being 42. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the rest of you, please send in the notes for example 1 and example 2, please. Again, please send in the notes for example 1 and 2. That's everyone, please. Acacia, Amaya, Angelina, Atara, all of you all. Send in your notes, please. Now they ask
Excuse
us.
me, Mr. Petit.
Hello.
Can I come right back, please?
Yeah, no problem. And then they ask us for this one. Which color is the most popular? Excuse me. Obviously, gray is going to be the most popular because gray is 42. The rest of them like 10, 30, and 18. You understand that, Michaela?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, the next one asks us how many students now wore pink? We know that 10% is for pink, right? So we have to figure what is 10% of 40. See, like there are 40 students in the class. That's where we get the 40 from. Okay. It's going to be 10% of 40. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Good. So it's going to be 10 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 1. We cancel the zeros on the top and the 0 side by side, leaving us with what? 1 times 4, and 1 times 4 is just simply 4. That's how we get the 4 there. And then for D, we ask ourselves, like, what is 8? Let's say what? How much is orange socks? So if we want orange socks, it's going to be what? 18% of 40. It's going to be 18 over 100 multiplied by 40 over 1. We cancel out the zeros. Okay. We're left with 18 times 4. 18 times 4 is 72. And 10 times 1 is 10. We divide 72 by 10, so we get 7.2. And then finally, excuse me, finally for E, they ask us like, how much students wore yellow? So we know that there are 30% who wore yellow. That's going to be 30% of 40. So it's going to be 30 divided by 100, multiplied by 40 over 1. We cancel the 0 at the top. We cancel the 0 at the bottom and at the top as well. So we're left with 3 times 4, which is going to give us 12. Is that clearer, Michaela, for you?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, that's good. So let's actually do the exercises.
Can I have example 1, please, so I can write it down in my book?
Sure. I'm still waiting on the rest of you to send your examples. Again, still waiting on the rest of you to send your examples, please. All right, so let's go. Just to our exercises, we have to quickly put them up. Okay, so let me duplicate this. Duplicate slide. And let's remove all this junk. I need this. Good. All right. Oh my goodness. All right, make sure I send in your examples. It's example 1 and 2. And right about now, we're gonna get ready to do the exercises. Let's set up number 1. So let's say that instead of 40, so 50 students. And let's say that the one that we're talking about is gonna be pink. And green. So let's say that this one is pink. Pink, we don't know what it is. And let's say that this one is green. So this is 20%. Let's say that this one is orange. Let's say that orange was 30%. And let's say that this one is white. We know the white is going to be, let's say, 15% as well. So we want to know how much students for green, and then we want to know how many students for D, how many students for white. And finally, how many students? Oh, I think this is too bright of a color. Let's use black. How many students for so we have green, we have white. Orange. All right, for this one, we still have pink. This still is white. Let's say that this is 17%. So this is orange. This is 20%. Let's say this is 10%. Green is 10%. This is pink, this is white. Let's say the white is 18%. So we have orange. So this is 40%. Green is yes, take one. Yeah, I got your message. So this is 30.
Okay, so can you go back to the second example, please?
Okay, no problem. No problem. All right. Here's the second example. That was it.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay. All right, good. Okay. Start from the bottom. Hudson. Hudson, are you there? Hudson?
Hello?
Yes, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you send me your class notes?
I did.
Okay, what number you on?
A1.
Number 1A?
Yes, sir. Number 1A.
Okay, good. Taekwanya, you're still writing the notes, right? Taekwanya, you still writing the notes?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Taran, did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir. No, I'm done.
Okay, what number you on?
I on number 2 writing it. I don't writing that. I writing down questions before I do number 3 questions.
Okay. Serenity. Serenity, right?
sir.
What number you on?
I'm on 1D.
1D?
Yes, sir. D.
Okay. Okay, good. Rakia,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
2A.
2A, that's good. 2A. Rochelle, no?
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
And 1E.
You on what?
Number 1E.
Number 1E, okay, good. Rashad and A,
Yes, sir.
what number you on?
Number 1.
Number 1 what?
E.
B?
P.
Okay. Noel, what number you on? Noel,
Yes,
Noel
sir.
Lewis, what number you on?
I on number 1E.
Okay, why it took you so long to answer?
What noises in the background?
Okay. Michael, Michael,
Yes, sir.
what are you finished writing the examples?
Oh, I see where my notes.
Okay. Once you finish, please send them to me. How come I don't have your work for yesterday?
Because the power went off, so I don't have the rest of the notes. Power went off.
You don't have anything?
I have a few.
Okay, send
I
me
have
that
like
along with what you have for today.
The same thing as
okay.
me unable to attend class yesterday.
Because of the power outage, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Megan. Megan. Megan, are you there? I really need that from Megan.
So today she type in.
She's typing. Okay. Megan, answer your phone. Hello, Megan, are you there? Yes. I don't see your notes for tonight's class.
For some reason, I dropped my phone today, and my back camera is shattered, and like I was waiting on my mom to come home so she could come home and I get to take a picture of her phone and just send it, but it wasn't working. She ain't come home yet. She answered my phone.
Okay.
So I know, but definitely when she returns home, I would definitely send her notes.
Yeah, so your back camera doesn't work at all. You can't send nothing at all. At least let me see something.
Oh, it's like blurry. Like I can't see it all. And then if I try and use my front camera, it just stays still.
Okay. Okay, all right then. Well, when she comes, please send them.
Mr. Latif,
All right, good. Yes, Amaya?
did you call me?
No, I wasn't calling you. I was calling Megan.
Okay.
Malaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Good. Do you understand what is happening? What to do?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, good. What number you on?
1E.
1E, good. And Michaela Moxie, are you still writing down the notes?
No, sir, I doing the work and then I go write the notes.
Okay. And who else? Lanaya,
Yes, sir.
have you sent in your notes yet?
I did.
Oh, this is very neat. What do you use? You use a compass?
For the circle and the lines and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, I use a ruler.
and a compass.
Mm-mm.
What you use?
Just
A
a
cover?
ruler.
I mean to draw the
Just
circle.
a ruler. Oh, Mr. Petit, I used the coaster.
A coaster? What is a coaster?
Mr. Petit, don't do that.
I'm serious.
It's like this thing which you put under the cups, so the liquid from the cups don't touch the table.
Nope. No, I don't know what that is.
Mr. Petit, you ever
I'll
been
send
to a
you.
bar? You ever been to a bar? You know, sometimes you just put underneath the coffee cups.
No, I've
You know
never
what
been
it
to
is?
a bar. I've never been to a bar before. Just for the record. No, I can look it up. Well, after class, I can look it up. I have my phone now, I can look it up. But it's circular in nature, so it looks neat. And Karen. Where's Karen?
Yes, sir.
I don't have your notes.
Yes, sir. I can send them now.
Okay. Why haven't you sent them long time ago?
I was finished. I was writing them.
Okay. Then we have Karen. Kevinique. Thank you, Lanaya.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Petit, when's your birthday?
It's already passed. I had class on my birthday. Could you believe it? Yes, I had class on my birthday.
Yes, I could. I could believe.
Yes, I had class on my birthday. I was right there with you all, my lovely children. Yeah, it was on February 20th, a long time ago. But thank you for the picture. I see what it is now.
You didn't even tell us to say happy birthday the whole
No, no,
time.
no. No, no,
Why?
no. That would have been a big scene. Oh, Mr. Petit, how old he is? Da 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 da. I don't know. I'm good. Okay. Kevin.
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. When you join the circles, draw them a bit more neat, okay, Kevin? All right, Kevin?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what number you on?
2A.
2A, good. 1. One for sure.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
I just done them. I had to rewrite my notes over. I made a mistake.
Okay. Send your notes now, please. Because I don't
Yes,
have your
sir.
note. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand what to do anyway?
Yes, sir. I understand.
That's good. And Jennifer,
Yes, sir.
how are you?
I'm good, and you?
I feel like I asked this question before.
Yes, you did.
Okay. I don't know. When I get to your name, it's always that question. What number are you on?
Going on number 3.
That's good. Very good. You understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
That's good. And Jasmine,
Hair.
okay, what number you on?
2A.
2A. Did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, you marked them and all. Okay. All right. Go for goal. Go for goal. Girl, go for girl. Go for goal. Um, Gabrielle,
Yes, sir.
did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What number are you on?
2A.
2A. Good. Mr. One,
Yes, sir.
where's the picture of your pie chart? You didn't send it in your notes.
It ain't right there.
No, it's not in your notes. You didn't send it. Wait. I see it now. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at the back ones. Thank you. And then we have Frank Pong.
I finna
You send it? Okay. What number you on?
0. Like I finna to all of them.
I don't understand. Oh, you finished 1, 2, and 3?
Yes, sir.
Did you send it? I just see your examples.
Yes, sir.
You want to send it because all I see is the examples. I want to see your work as well because you say you finished.
Probably it loading.
It's loading. Oh yeah, internet. Okay. Draxville? Where's Draxville? Draxville? I can't have from Draxville. Diamond. What number you on?
2E.
2E. Did you send in your notes, Diamond?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Deja,
Yes, sir.
don't forget about after class, okay?
Yes, sir. But I do have to leave after math though.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
You stop saying staying for English since January when things heat up.
Yeah, it's because I always I have
No,
like
hey, listen. No explanation is needed. You are in grade 12, in the thick of things. Listen, I understand. I understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Danielle. That's Danielle. Danielle. Danielle Hepburn.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't have your notes.
I didn't say.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
All right, sorry. I send it right now.
Okay. Chris Raming. Chris Raming, are you there?
Did you get them?
Yes, I got them. Chris Raming. Where's Chris? I'm not hearing from Chris Raming. Wish I could hear from him more often. Shea. Where's Shea? Shea, are you there? She sent in her work, but I don't hear her. Shea. Okay, I can't hear from Shea. And where is Abby, Traxwell, Daniel, Shaya. Caleb, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your work from yesterday?
Which work from yesterday?
The notes and everything.
I don't think so.
No, you didn't. That's why I want you to get your phone. Because I don't want you to get in the habit of not sending in your work. See, now you done already missed yesterday. I need to see your notes, Mr. Caleb. You understand that?
That's pie charts what I didn't send you from
Yes,
yesterday.
that's yesterday, yes.
Yes, sir.
I need to see your notes because I need to see you working and following up and following through. So when your mother come,
She going
okay, so
if
send
you
your
ask
send.
her now.
Yeah. Okay, and Azaria.
Yes, sir.
Did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
Good. And what number you on, Azaria?
3A.
3A, good. 3A. And then we have Amaya. What number you on, Amaya?
2E.
2E. Do you understand what to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's good. Atara.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
2D.
2D. Good. And Alejandra.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
3A.
3A. Good.
Mr. T,
Yes.
you could have me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. I had well no, I finished. I just sent you the rest of my work.
Oh, you said 3E. Yeah, you said you was on 3E. And then Acacia.
Yes, sir.
Have you finished the notes for today?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Do you understand it? What to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what number you on now?
2C.
2C. Okay. And then Aaron.
Yes, sir.
What number you on?
3B.
Good. Did you send in your notes?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Alexandria.
I on 3E.
3E, the last one. And then what's I'm missing? Miss Penniman. Angela Penniman. Penniman. Did you send in your work, Penniman? Okay. Yes, your notes. Okay, that's good. And then Angelina.
Good night.
Angelina, are you there?
Good night.
Good night. Did you send in your work?
Yes, sir.
That's good. All right. I don't know what's happening these days. These days we have more questions than time. So it's a lot of questions. And we just don't hire purchase. We had time even to do to answer them and do the questions. So I don't know what happened to these questions.
Mr. Petit, quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are we gonna get to go into the graphs like with the points with the Y and the X and the numbers on the side? Like yeah, I did a long time when I was in school. But I don't know exactly what to call it. I don't know if that's graphs, but yeah, that.
Okay, I can tell you we need that. People who are doing Bgcse, they need more of that than anyone else in there.
Yeah, I just was making sure because I have, remember I told you I got the past paper for, I got the
Yeah,
past paper for
like I
2022.
said, you need to come to Sunday class. Well, you missed yesterday, so not yesterday, this Sunday, but come on Sunday with the paper, and we could go over those specific ones. So even though we're not doing it in class at that particular time, you could still go over it, since that's a thing that you want us to go over. It is not hard, especially at that level. So BJC is really not hard. The most they'll ask you to do is draw, like find the equation of a line, plot points, do reflection, stuff like that. That's a good point. Transformations. We have to do transformations. But that is not extensive at all. The only persons who have it really bad are persons who are doing BGCSE in this class. They really need a good hit at graphing. Because that's a lot of points in their exam. So we have to go over that most definitely. You have to do graphing. But if you want to look at it earlier, Sunday class, we could look at that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Just come with the paper. All right. Or whatever specific questions you would have. Please, if you are done, please send in your work. Again, if you're finished, please send in your work so that we could be able to answer them. Now, obviously, unfortunately, we are not gonna answer any of them tonight. Because we just ran out of time. Tomorrow, after we finish doing our 2 examples, we are going to, Lanaya is gonna help us with number 1 on tomorrow for this first one. So Lanaya, stay put for that one. And then we'll do number 2 and number 3 on tomorrow. So make sure answer them now, complete all of them, answer all of them, and send in your working in tonight. And then tomorrow we'll go over the answers. And hopefully you got all right. That would be excellent. Right about now, very soon we're gonna move on. We're gonna transition over to English. But like I said, send in your math work, please. Once you finish, don't just keep it in your book. I want to see your work. Just like how you sent in your notes, please send in your work as well.
Once the screen went black.
The screen went black. All right. You can see it now.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Badi,
Yes, sir.
I had a new maths. I mean, not math, language early. I mean, not early, but when we done examples, like 3 examples. I had to do my examples. I want you to say good examples from them. I'll have to choose from the words, right, from the box, right?
I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
The English language on.
Yeah, we had to do English language. I think he's doing. I remember 3 examples of something, but I trying to figure. I try to remember the activity. Read it for me. Let me see.
honor. Oh, what the hell is
Onomatopoeia?
yeah, onomatopoeia.
Okay. Go ahead.
I write my three examples. We had to use from, but onomatopoeia have the words were there, right? Yeah, they use from them, right?
Yeah, you could use from them or any other
I actually have 6 altogether.
okay.
I have the dog is dark all night.
Barking.
Huh? Yeah,
Barking. Barking. Okay. That's onomatopoeia. Yes.
The mouse moved. The mouse went quickly around across the room.
Wait. The mouse run quickly across the room?
No, it moved. Ran.
No, we're looking for onomatopoeia, so it must make the sound.
Okay. Well, the other ones that I have, I write down. There was a big ring around the moon. And
No. It have to make a sound. So if we're talking about onomatopoeia, stuff like swish, vroom, boom, clump, pitter patter, those are like words that create a sound. So when we talk about that, that's what we mean it.
Okay, so I have to put I love them. I have to make up the 2 what I have here, and then I have another one that my why is my car sound like it's roaring. So
roaring, okay.
Yeah.
So you could say the car roars.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be good.
Okay, I know what I have to do. So I can write them or rewrite them over.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Petit.
Go ahead.
I sent my work just now. Did you see it?
This is who is Alejandro?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I did. I did see it. All right, so we're about to move on to English language. All right, let me know if you all finished with that. Are we done with the math?
I'm not done, but I took a screenshot.
Okay. Okay. So let's begin. So today we're going to be looking at can y'all see my screen? Y'all can't see my screen yet, eh? Y'all can't see my screen yet, right?
No, sir, we can't.
No? Okay. But let me begin by sharing my screen properly then. All right, so let me know if y'all can see my screen. Let me know if y'all could see it.
Let's start.
Okay, good. So today is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we're gonna be looking at, can anyone tell me what the word on the screen is?
Imagery.
Imagery. Imagery. What does imagery mean? When we say imagery, what are we talking about?
Applying to the scene.
It's like
Hmm?
a description.
It's like I read it.
It's like
Someone,
a description.
a description, right? So write this down, please. Imagery means appealing to the senses. That's the first thing I want you to write. Okay. Yes,
Really quickly.
I get that. Yes, you can.
All right.
All right. So for English language, we're going to be talking about imagery. And imagery means appealing to the senses. Okay, so we're appealing to the senses. Write that down. So, Shaya, what does imagery mean?
Okay. Imagery is something that appeals to your senses.
Very good. Miguel, are you there?
Yes, sir.
What does imagery mean?
It means something that appeals to your senses.
Very good. Appeal to your senses. So, how many senses do we have biologically? Five. Good. So write this down. We have five senses. The sense of what? Help me out. The sense
Sight,
of sight,
sound,
sound,
touch,
touch,
taste.
taste, and smell. Okay. So write this down as well. So when we are talking about imagery, whenever we're writing something, that is, we say, oh my goodness, this writing was filled with imagery. Or the teacher might say, wow, your piece is filled with so much imagery. All that's saying is that you are appealing, or the words that you use stimulate or help the person understand very descriptively exactly what you are doing, where you were, how did the food taste, how was the environment, what sounds you heard, what you saw, what you smelled in the environment, what you tasted. You're basically being descriptive, okay? And you're being very descriptive, okay? And that is what you need to do in order to be a very good writer. You have to incorporate imagery in your writing. So if you are trying to write something that is descriptive, don't only tell me where you was or where you were and what you did. Like, tell me what you saw. Tell me what you heard. Tell me what you touched. Tell me what you tasted. Tell me what did you smell. All of that adds to the environment of everything. Because remember, the reader can't see what you see. The reader wasn't there when you were there. So you have to learn how to be very descriptive. So you have to incorporate all of the five senses when you're writing. Okay. Okay. So in the chat, I want you to write descriptive words could be used for this image. Okay. And I want you not only to tell me the descriptive word, but also tell me what it appealed to. So if you say the cat is white, then you must say that it appeals to the sense of sight. If you say it's stinky, then it appeals to the sense of
Would adorable appeal to like the sight?
adorable. Yeah, adorable would be sight. Furry, the cat is fluffy. It appeals to the sense of touch. Yes, I get accept that. Fluffy, the cat is fluffy. What else? What can we say about the cat? The adorable appeals to the sense of sight. Sight. Yeah, we can live with that. Anyone else? Describe the cat. The soft, the spins. Soft. Soft would be touch. The cat is fluffy. Touch, yes. Soft fur. I mean, okay. What else? Nobody's talking about the eyes of this cat. Oh my goodness, Shaya just took it. Yes, the eyes of this cat is blue. Appeals to the sense of sight. Good. Anyone else? Where's Lanaya in this mixture? Lanaya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Wow. You're not typing? What? You want on strike? What happened?
No, sir.
What do we have to write?
I want you to write descriptive words of the cat. Describe the cat for me. The cat has a.
Do you want us to write it in our books as well?
You could. It's not necessary, but you could. The cat has a nose. It appears to sense. No, what type of nose? Big nose, small nose, round nose. The cat has sharp claws. Where you see the sharp claws? I don't see no sharp claws here. Okay. The cat has. Come on, we could do better describing this cat. The cat has a scrub scent. It appeals to the sense of smell. Thank you, Jennifer. I like that. The cat has a strawberry scent. I mean, even though we can't smell the cat, but we can assume how it smells. The cat is white. It appeals to the sense of sight. Very good, Duran. Good. So all of you use, well, for those who type, those are descriptive words to describe the cat. And remember, we have to appeal to the sense of nobody appeals to the sense of taste though. The cat has blue eyes, appeals to the sense of sight. How about the taste?
How about hair?
Yeah, how about the hair? Someone talk about how fluffy the hair is. Okay, so all those you have to appeal to. You have to be very descriptive. Okay, these ones. I want you to tell me, and now don't type it in because it'll take it very long. Tell me descriptive words for these chocolate.
A taste.
What is it? How does it taste?
It tastes so good.
It tastes so good. It tastes what? Rich, eternal.
Caramel taste, set taste.
Caramel taste, okay.
Excuse me, Mr. Pretty.
Yes, Caleb.
My headphones, I had to fix them. You had anything right before this?
Only thing was the imagery, the definition of imagery, and the senses. That's it.
You could go back to them for me, please.
Okay, sure. It wasn't a lot. It was just you got this? Did you get this?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Well, this lioness looked like she had a very good meal. She looks majestic to me. That's the vibe I'm getting from her. She looks like I'm the boss in town. Like, don't mess with me. That's what I'm getting from her. All right, and then we look at imagery. It's appealing to the senses. All right, moving right along. Okay. Okay, good. So with these ones, yeah, give me some descriptive words. How does it look? How does it smell? How does it taste? How does it feel? Come on, help me with these chocolate bars here.
They soft.
Okay, soft. Okay. Anyone else?
It tastes delicious.
Sweet.
Tastes delicious. Sweet. That's taste.
They look beautiful.
They look beautiful. Anyone else? How about a shape? It has different shapes, right? Some shape like a heart.
It has a round shape.
Round shape. Yeah, some are round, right? Some have different imprints on them, right? They are tattooed with various designs, right? How do they feel? Some feel soft and mushy, some feel hard. Okay, all of those are appealing to the different senses, and that's what you have to do when you're writing. Okay, so I think that's enough of that. That's enough of the description. So all these things we could describe. All right. This one, if we're using imagery, say for example, we have these. Let me show you. If you look at this, right? This is compost, right? This is dead. What? Dead
food.
Dead fruit, right? And so what words we could use to describe that? Well, we can say that it's slimy, it's sour, it's putrid. And the thing is that all of these things, when you use them, the purpose of imagery is to create an emotional response to your reader or a realistic mental experience. So you have this thing in your head. You were there when you smelled and when you felt how slimy it was, right? You were there. They were not there. So you have to give the reader an image that you have. And you have to give them the same emotions that you felt because you're the writer. And so the words that you use, if you say, oh, the compost looked bad. Oh, okay. That's sort of vague because a lot of things look bad, right?
Can we write this?
No, you don't have to write this. No, I can tell you when to write. This is just, part of the slides. But the imagery, but if you want to make a note, you'll just say that imagery creates an emotional response in the reader. All right, that's what the writer uses imagery to do. All right, it creates a realistic experience, right? I like these words: putrid, slimy, sour. They are going to help the reader understand exactly what's going on. Anything else? Okay, these are just examples. All right. Now let's talk about the different types of imagery that we could have. Okay, I think that's probably the next thing to do. So I think that's the next thing in sequence to talk about, like, what are the different types of imageries that we could have, okay? And there are different types which mirror what authors do, okay? So we're gonna look at the 7 types of imagery. What they are, why do authors use them, and how they can help us better interpret literature. Okay, so let's deal with that. So write this down, the 7 types of imagery. So we have visual imagery, auditory imagery. Gabrielle, can you read the rest for me? For the 7 type of imagery. These are tongue twisters, so be careful.
Oh, olfactory.
Olfactory.
Gustatory.
Gustatory.
Imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Tactile imagery.
Mm-hmm.
Organic imagery. And
kinesthetic
imagery.
Very good. These are the 7 types of imagery. Duran, can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery?
Organic.
Very good. Taekwanya, give me one of the 7 types of imagery.
Olfactory.
Good. Rakia, can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery?
Visual.
Good. Megan, give me one of the 7 types of imagery. Megan. Megan, are you there? What'd she say? Yes, can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery, Megan? While she writes, because she's writing that she said tactile. Thank you, Megan. Malaya, can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery?
Auditory.
Auditory, very good. Michaela, can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery? Michaela Moxie. I'm not hearing from her. Kevinique.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, Michaela. Give me one of the 7 types of imagery.
Visual.
Visual, good. Kevinique, are you there?
Organic.
Organic, good. Okay, are we done with writing these? Can I move now? No? Okay. Acacia. Acacia, Rami.
Picasso.
Acacia. Yes. Can you give me one of the 7 types of imagery?
Auditory.
Auditory, good. And Garanique, are you there? Can't hear from Garen. Okay, Chris Raming, that's Chris. Let's move on. All right, let's move on to the next. Let's explain the visual. All right. Write this down for me, please. Visual imagery. I want Alejandra, can you read visual imagery, please?
Visual imagery. A visual imagery occurs when a poet or author represents something through sight. On the next poem, let's identify visual imagery.
Very good. So this is when a poet appeals to which sensual organ? Which one? The what?
The eyes.
The eyes. Very good. So visual imagery is when the poet appeals to the sense of sight. Okay. So visual imagery occurs when a poet or author represents something through sight. So imagery is not only used in poems. I know in this presentation we are going to be focusing mainly on poems, but visual imagery is also used in regular writing as well. Okay. So let's see if we can identify visual imagery on the next
I'm not done.
slide. Take a picture of it, or Chardonnay. We have to move on to the next slide.
We did not write that second one, right?
No, we don't.
Okay.
All right, so on this next slide, are we done writing this? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now on this next slide, we're gonna be identifying the different visual imagery that we see. Okay. So Shaya, can you read this lovely poem? Read it with passion.
You should call Rashad to read it.
I know, right?
Yes, all the passion.
That's true. That's true. I can let him read the next one.
Okay. Are you ready?
I let you read the next one, Rashad.
He ready now, Mr. Boutique. Let him be great.
Let them be great. Okay. So be it. Go ahead, Rashad. Now read it with passion. This could be great. Go
Okay,
ahead.
what woman with flower? I wouldn't coax that plant if I were you. Such watchful nurturing may do it harm. Let the soil rest from so much digging, and wait until it's dry before you water it. The leaf's inclined to find its own direction. Give it a chance to seek the sunlight for itself. Much growth is stunted by too careful probing, too eager tenderness. The things we love, we have to learn to leave alone. That's fine.
Oh my goodness, that's spectacular. Oh wow. Oh wow. Like the Naya say, encore, encore. The Naya, where's the encore? Come on.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I apologize. Encore, encore.
Yes, that was lovely, Rochelle. No. You read it with so much, like you read it in context. Very good. Woman with flower. Before we even get to the nitty-gritty of this poem, what are they talking about? What's happening in the poem? Let me ask then, Shreya, explain what's happening in the poem, please.
Okay. So what's happening in the poem is they're like whoever's speaking right now is warning the other person not to keep on like hovering over somebody or something, or to keep on worrying about someone or something by comparing it to a plant. Yeah. Like instead of, because like if you overwater a plant, it's gonna overflow and it's not gonna grow anymore. So they're essentially telling the person that if you keep on hovering over, keep on watching this person and over like giving them too much of yourself, they're not gonna grow and you're not gonna grow.
That's deep. I mean, I think they're literally being literal in this thing in terms of the actual dialogue, but I think that's a good takeaway. Like I said, the things we love, we have to learn to leave alone. That's deep. That's very deep. I like poems. Poems have some deep meanings, but very good. Shaya. So we have a dialogue between two people, and the the um the person is trying to basically force the plant to grow, you know. Coax means to persuade, right? To beguile, um to basically encourage or influence gently. And so the person is trying to, by some means, get this plant to, you know, to grow. And it says, I wouldn't coax the plant if I were you. Because if you keep on basically trying to force it to grow, it would basically do it harm. Let the soil rest from so much digging and wait until dry before you water it. So it's talking about taking things in progress and referring to the plant, talking about taking things in 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 step by step, and making sure that it's ready. But we're focusing about for visual imagery, and what visual imagery can we see in this poem? Visual imagery. Things that appeals to the senses, the sense of sight. Anyone? Visual imagery?
Soil?
Soil?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Okay. One of the flower. I thought this would have more visual imagery. It doesn't.
Leaves.
Yeah, this poem. I don't know why they use this one. This one isn't a very good one. This one doesn't appeal much to the sight as much. I mean, the most we have is like you're talking about the plant and the soil and the leaf and the sunlight, you know. But after that, not much. Not much at all. Let me see if we have anything else. No. No. Okay, give me the next one. Let's use another one. Yeah. Let's use this. Okay. This probably is a better one. Okay. Let me see. Sorry. Go back. After we talked about that. Okay, good. Read that for me, Alejandra.
Identifying imagery, teacher model. Wait, it have to be with emphasis and stuff.
Yeah, I would like that you use emphasis.
I cannot do that. Sorry.
You can't, you are, I mean, it ain't gotta be dramatic. Like Rochelle knows.
No, it could be how I normally read, like try and boring.
But nobody takes my speech, my notes. Sorry.
No one could do what you do. You're different. You're um unique, Rochelle. Just read it with life. That's it. You don't have to go extend overboard. That's it.
The hot July sun beat relentlessly down, casting an orange glare over the farm buildings, the fields, the ponds. Even the usual cool green willows bordering the pond hung wilted and dry. Our sun-baked backs arch for relief.
Ached for relief. All right, this is a very good one. So here, what sort of imagery is being um is being is the reader trying to get the writer to see or to visualize? Take one, yeah.
The farm buildings.
Say it again.
The farm buildings and the field.
The what?
Do you not hear me?
You're muffled a bit.
Oh, I'm trying to say the farm building.
The what?
Well, I don't know why you can't hear me.
You say the farm buildings?
Yes, and the fields and the pond.
Yeah, very good. So the writer is basically trying to create this imagery of a hot July sun. And it's just basically trying to recreate that experience because they talk about our sun big backs ached for relief. So what are you thinking about that? You're thinking that it's very sunny, right? They probably sweating because of all of the sun. It says the hot July sun beat what? Relentlessly. That means it never stopped. Casting an orange glare over the farm buildings. This is visual imagery right there at its finest. Okay. Write this down. Please write this down. This is visual imagery. So under visual imagery, write this down. So hot July sun, that's visual. You could see that, right? Casting an orange glare over the farm buildings, that's visual. You could think about that. Like, you know, the orange glare that the sun gives, right? Am I talking to myself? Do you all know the orange glare that the sun gives?
Yeah.
Yes. That orange glare the sun gives, it's over the farm buildings and the field and even the pond. And it says, even the cool green, this is what? The cool green. This is talking about the sense of touch, because talk about cool, and then green is going to be sight. But even the cool, that's touch. Even the cool willows bordering the pond hung wilted and dry. This is This is visual imagery at its finest. I like this. Visual imagery. So you can see the hot sun. You can see the orange glare of that sun. You can imagine their backs being baked, as it were, because of the hot sun, right? You could definitely experience what they're experiencing. Very good description, all right? If you were describing the scenery, would you describe it like this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, pretty good. Some people just would say, oh, it was a hot day. That's what some people would say. But the person really, you could see that they are signs of maturity, because what did they do? They talk about how the hot sun beat relentlessly down. That is not only imagery, but that's also figurative language, right? So one thing about imagery blends in with figures of speech. You all usually see the blend between them. Are we finished writing this down? Visual
Yes,
imagery.
sir.
No, sir.
No, not yet. Okay. So this is a good visual imagery. You can see where they are, where that person is. You can see what they're experiencing. You can feel it with them. Okay, you can, and that's visual. The orange glare, the hot July sun, the green willows, right? Their sun-baked backs, right? The fields, all of those. There's just a bunch of visual imagery that you can see. It appealing to your senses. It's the sense of your sense of sight, for sure. All right, are we done writing?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No? Okay. Take a picture of it for Chardonnay so we can move. So that's visual imagery. Now let's move on to the other type. Good. The next one is auditory imagery. Danielle, are you there? Danielle?
Sorry, so you mean me?
Yes, sir. Can you read this, please?
Oh, yes, sir. Auditory imagery. An auditory image occurs when something is represented through sound. On the next poem, let's identify auditory.
Very good. So we're gonna looking at auditory images. So auditory imagery appeals to the sense of hearing. Okay. So in the next poem, we're gonna see if we could identify things that would appeal to the sense of hearing.
Mr. Potato, are you talking?
I'm here. I'm waiting for y'all to finish, right? Are y'all done with this?
No, sir.
Long time.
Long time? All right, let's move on. Let's move on to this next one, auditory imagery. Rochelle, no. Can you read this for me, please?
Of course. If trees could talk as we, oh how they would echo earth's praises. If trees could sing as we, gee, how they and we would harmonize a sweet song of spring breezes. If trees could walk as you and I, with dances of lift and light. If trees could, then we could imagine them, their life, their soul, in our minds and hearts, and spare them of them their life for us.
Nice. Nice. All right, so we are looking for auditory imagery. So what things we looking for? Things that represent auditory imagery, right? So the writer says if trees could what? Talk as we, right? They would echo earth's praises, right? If trees could what? Sing as we, gee, how we would what? Harmonize a sweet song of spring breezes. If trees could, well, walk, dances a lift, and spread a lot. So we see a lot of auditory, um, All right, so that's what we're looking at when we talk about auditory. Do we understand auditory imagery now?
Yes, sir.
So
All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Let's look at um let's look at olfactory imagery. Daniel, can you read that for me, please? Daniel, can you read it, please?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Olfactory imagery. An olfactory image occurs when a poet or author represents a smell. On the next poem, pair up with your nearest neighbor and highlight or underline as many examples of olfactory imagery as you can.
Good. Write it down for me, please. So it occurs when we are appealing to the sense of smell. That's olfactory imagery. All right, let me know when I can move it, please. So the next form we're gonna be looking at olfactory imagery. See if we can identify um see if we can identify some olfactory imagery. All right, can I move it?
That's all.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's look at this poem. Lanai, can you read it for me, please?
Now, Mr. Petita, I know if I could put all our pasta into this like a Charlotte, but I could try.
No problem.
Messy room. Oh, Jesus. Whosoever room this is should be ashamed. His underwear is hanging. Oh wow, it's very graphic. His underwear is hanging on the lamp. His raincoat is there in the overstuffed chair, and the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. His workbook is wedged in the window. His sweater's been thrown on the floor. His scarf and one ski are beneath the TV, and his pants have been carelessly hung on the door. His books are all jammed in the closet. His vest has been left in the hall. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed, and his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall. Whosoever room this is should be ashamed. Donald or Robert or Willie or You say it's mine? Oh dear. I knew it looked familiar.
Wow.
Oh, it's
Wow.
wow.
Wow, I know,
Wow,
right?
that's the only expression you can. Wow.
Wow, I like this. I like these poems. So Lanaya, what occurred in the poem?
Pardon me?
What is what is what is happening in the poem?
The person is describing how dirty the room is.
Very good. And what's ironic about what's ironic about the whole situation?
This I'm talking as if it's someone else's room,
Yeah.
and at the end it turned out to be this.
Yeah, it turns out to be this. For sure. For sure, for sure. Yes, that's ironic. Okay, well, give me some olfactory imagery used in this in this thing.
And his smelly old sock has been stuck to the wall because, yeah, that sentence right there is one. It says his smelly old sock.
Okay. All right, so where are we? So that appealing to what? The sense of smell, right? His smelly old sock, okay, has been stuck to the wall. His underwear is hanging. His underwear is hanging on the lamp, even though that this is like visual, you still can get a sense of the scent as well, because if the underwear is hanging on the lamp, obviously the underwear pervades a scent, right?
Yes, and then the sentence that says the chair is becoming quite mucky and damp. That didn't smell nice either.
Okay. The what? Say it again. Oh, mucky and damp. Yes, that's also given a sense of thing. The sweater's been thrown to the floor. His pants have been carelessly hung on the floor. The books are jammed in the closet. His scarf and ski. Okay. A lizard named Ed is asleep in his bed. Okay, yeah, I think that's basically his vest is left on the wall. His pants carry on the floor. His scarf and ski being TV. Yeah, that's basically about it. And obviously the whole thing about the room being messy all adds to not only the sight, because obviously visual is in there big time, but also if it's a messy room, a part of that is also the scent. Okay. So when we're talking about imagery, we want to be very descriptive. So you want to talk about how something looks, how it smells, how it tastes, how it feels, all of those different things. Okay. And so with that being said, that brings us to the end for language because we're out of time. We're not out of slides, but we're out of time because there are 7 and we are only on, I think, the third one. Yeah, the third one, the third or second one. We did olfactory and we on the third one. We did olfactory, auditory, and visual. Visual is when the writer appeals to the sense of sight. Auditory is when the writer appeals to which sense? Sense of what?
Hearing.
Sense of hearing, sense of sound, and then olfactory is when the writer appeals to what?
Melon.
The sense of smell.
The sense of smell. Very good. Okay, so with that being said, that brings us to the end of language. Hopefully you learned a lot. And I will see you on tomorrow, Thursday. Have a wonderful evening, everyone.
Good night, Mr. Petit.
Good
Good night,
night.
Mr. Petit.
Good night. Good night. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Good night. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.